I, Cleopatra, with wisdom and beauty, ruled when Alexander, the mighty conqueror, arrived. Our destinies intertwined. In the city of Alexandria, our paths converged, union of minds, a bond, by fate urgently urged. I disguised myself as a man, in cunning disguise, to win his heart, and form an alliance, to protect our skies. Our friendship blossomed, a flame that burned bright, but jealousy and intrigue cast shadows. In the night, as Alexander's power waned, and his dreams shattered, fear gripped my heart, for my reign lay forever scattered. Alas, dear Alexander, our love was not meant to be, for in sorrow, I took my own life, to set myself free. With a serpent's bite, I left this mortal realm.
In the year 897 AD, I, Pope Formosus, found myself in a rather sticky situation. Allegations of perjury and simony were leveled against me, even though I had departed this mortal realm a year prior. The irony. My voice had been silenced, but justice must prevail. To prove my innocence, a most peculiar method was employed. My fingers were severed, and they became the star of the show. They were presented as evidence, as if they had a tale to tell. Oh, the absurdity! In this farce of a trial, I could only hope that truth would prevail. May the Lord guide those tasked with discerning the veracity of the accusations, and may my fingers find peace, for they surely deserved a more dignified fate.
In 480 BC, I am Artemis, the first female sailor and admiral of King Xerxes' navy. Under the powerful King Xerxes, I entered the vast Aegean Sea and commanded my loyal warriors and naval forces. As our fleet moved toward the battlefield, the winds whispered tales of glory and conquest. We engaged the Greek armada. Our courage roared like thunder, and our determination burned brighter than the sun. We fought with unwavering determination and struck fear into the hearts of our enemies. Amid the raging storm, we emerged victorious. We won a decisive victory for the Persians. My story will go down in history, the story of a woman who dared to cross the seas and change the course of ancient civilizations.
Great and small, I did not leave any of the people of Babylon behind. I covered the city squares with their corpses.
I razed the temples of Elam to the ground. I dragged the bones of the dead from the graves to Beirut. My troops set fire to their sacred groves.
And when my many soldiers were walking in friendship inside Babylon, I did not allow anyone to be intimidating in all the lands of Sumer and Akkad. I relieved the fatigue of the people of Babylon and released them from their chains.
I am Murasaki. I lived in the Heian period, which lasted from 794 to 1185. When the royal court was in the center of power and influence, and the nobles had a lot of influence in the society, I witnessed and participated in the complexities of the imperial court, where I observed the intricacies of court life and the romantic and political affairs of the aristocracy. These experiences and observations filled me with a sense of wonder and curiosity, which I channeled into my literary work, The Tale of Genji. This narrative, full of vivid descriptions and fascinating characters, allows me to capture the essence of the Heian period. The Tale of Genji remains one of the most important works of Japanese literature to this day.
I am Genghis Khan of the Mongols, and I have played an important role in preventing premature global warming. I have killed more than 40 million people during my raids, which prevented premature global warming. I am a person who loves nature and the environment. By killing these people, I was able to remove 700 million tons of carbon from the atmosphere. Hence, land previously occupied by humans became forest, which in turn absorbed more carbon from the Earth's atmosphere. But today, global fossil fuel consumption produces approximately 700 million carbons per year, exactly the same amount as I have removed from the atmosphere all the time of my conquest of the country.
I, Napoleon Bonaparte, Emperor of France, went to the hospital one day and saw a person chained to the wall. I was moved by the pitiful condition of the madman, and I said to the head of the asylum, "Why did you chain this madman to the wall?" He said, "This madman talks bad things." I said, "What does he say?" He said, "Sir, he says, I am Napoleon Bonaparte." I laughed and said, "There is no problem. Let a madman call himself Napoleon." I shouldn't let him say that, because I'm my own Napoleon Bonaparte. the head of the hospital told me. I couldn't stop myself from laughing because I realized that the head of the asylum talks like them due to his constant contact with crazy people.